Hello, my name is Mike Peterson. I'm Vice President of the Furniture Training Company. In today's podcast, Mark Lacey, the President of the Furniture Training Company, will teach you how to sell more furniture to more customers through simple sketching techniques. The more your customer is able to visualize the new furniture in her home, the more likely she is to purchase it.
In today's lesson, I want to start by reminding you of a fundamental truth you need to know when selling furniture. It's that none of the shoppers who come into your store want to buy furniture. Don't believe me? Think about this. Whenever you buy any product, it's not to own the product. It's for what the product will do for you. For example, when you buy a new book, it's not to own the cardboard binding with the paper and ink that's inside. It's for the entertainment you get from reading the story or the knowledge you gain from the information in the book. If you like to shop for shoes, it's not shoes you want. It's so your feet will be more comfortable standing or walking around. Or for how cool you'll feel when everyone sees you're wearing your stylish new kicks. The shoppers coming into your store may ask to see a particular item of furniture, but what they really want is to make the room the furniture will go into more comfortable, restful, stylish, or whatever. This means that you need to find out a great deal about why the shopper desires the item of furniture she's asking about and the room the asked for item of furniture will go into if you're going to make more sales. How do you do this? First, by asking questions, what we call the discovery process, a casual conversation between you and a shopper where you try to learn as much as you can about her home furnishings, needs, and wants. In the modules on the discovery process in our selling skills training, you'll learn all about what questions to ask and how to ask them. But there is another, even more effective way to discover what a shopper needs and wants. Make a drawing, diagram, or sketch of the room the asked for item of furniture will go into while you're asking her questions. Now, don't tune me out. I know all the excuses many salespeople give for not making sketches with the shoppers who come into their store. I don't know how to draw. I can't even draw a straight line. Or, I'm not a designer. I don't know what's involved in doing a room sketch. Some salespeople also won't do room sketches because they think it takes too long and keeps me from making other sales. Or even, shoppers who come into our store don't want me to bother them by making sketches of their rooms. But before I deal with these excuses, let me explain why making room sketches with many of the shoppers who come into your store is really a great way to increase your sales. Consider this. The most common reason shoppers don't buy the furniture you show them is they remain uncertain as to how the furniture they're viewing is going to fit and look in the room they're furnishing. Even when you ask all the right questions, listen very carefully to what a shopper tells you, and take her to the perfect pieces of furniture to meet her needs, it's just hard for her to visualize the end result. This uncertainty means she won't purchase. Buying furniture is a costly expense for most people, and if a shopper thinks she might be making a mistake, she knows she's going to have to live with it for a long time. Her safest solution is to postpone a decision. The result, a sale is lost. But if you make a simple diagram of a shopper's room, draw in the major features such as doors, windows, fireplace, etc., and outline the furniture in the room she might be thinking of keeping, you've created an invaluable aid to help her see the room in her mind. Now, when you show her furniture solutions for her room, she can mentally place the furniture and more clearly imagine how well it will fit and look. Of course, having a diagram of the room will also make it more likely that you will select the correct items to show her, because you also can better visualize her furniture needs. When the time comes to close the sale, a room sketch gives your shopper the certainty she needs that the furniture you've shown her actually will give her the benefits she wants. Result, you give her the confidence to purchase now. A second way that sketching a shopper's room will increase your sales is that it most often leads to an increase in the number of items of furniture a shopper will purchase. Looking at and discussing a sketch can quickly make it more apparent that purchasing one new item of furniture may not provide her with all the benefits she really wants for her room. For example, if you make a quick sketch of a room for a shopper who wants a new recliner for her family members to sit in while watching sports, the room sketch will make it easier to point out that she also needs an occasional table to go beside the chair for drinks and snacks. Or if you're helping a shopper looking at purchasing a sofa and love seat, using a sketch, you can show her how a new area rug will help tie the new furniture in more nicely with the pieces of furniture she's keeping. So what about those excuses you may have that are keeping you from making room sketches for many more shoppers? I'll start with those of you who think, I don't know how to draw. It doesn't require any drawing skill to sketch a shopper's room. In fact, the definition of a sketch is a simply or hastily executed drawing giving essential features without details. Even if the best you can do in your diagram is a lopsided box with a couple of gaps showing windows and doors, some crude rectangles indicating existing furniture, and it's drawn on a blank sheet of paper, it'll do. It doesn't take a drawing made on graph paper to scale, nicely colored to accomplish your goal. Remember, the purpose of sketching is to help a shopper visualize what her room looks like while you're helping her to select the right furniture. Your best effort will be good enough. Still not convinced, though, that a rough sketch is sufficient? Then learn and practice on one of the many online room diagramming programs. I'll bet your store even has one on its website. It won't take long before doing a room diagram is second nature. Or if you have an iPad or other tablet device, you can download a simple room layout application and sit right beside your shopper to do your sketch. Once the sketch is done, especially if the shopper doesn't buy immediately, make a copy of the sketch with your business card or email a copy from your computer or tablet. I promise you she won't throw it away, but instead she'll keep it and keep your contact information with it. Now, if you're afraid to sketch a room because you're not sure what's to be included or what questions you should ask, review the training module, Diagramming a Room, in the room design portion of the Furniture Training Company's website. It will show you step by step how easy and simple it is to create an effective room sketch. Do you think it takes too much time to sketch a shopper's room? No. Actually, it speeds up the discovery process for asking the questions you need to ask to find the right furniture solutions for a shopper's needs and wants. When you start to do a sketch, the questions you ask will seem much more significant to a shopper, and she will give you much more detailed information when she answers you. The end result? Fewer mistakes in looking at wrong items, and more important, you close more sales so your time isn't wasted. Finally, some salespeople are afraid that they will annoy shoppers by asking them to sketch a room for the item of furniture they're considering purchasing. Nothing could be further from the truth. The very fact that you offer to sketch a customer's room will impress her with your professionalism and customer service. I can assure you she won't hear an offer like this anywhere else. And even if she doesn't want to take the time, she will appreciate the offer. Let me give you a couple examples of how easy it is to invite a shopper to let you do a sketch of her room. Salesperson: Amy, I would love to show you some of our recliners. In order to help narrow down which recliner might best fit you, may I ask you a few questions about the kind of recliner you had in mind, and even a little bit about where you were thinking of putting the new recliner? Customer: Sure. What would you like to know? Salesperson: Let's start with your thoughts about the type of recliner and the colors you were thinking of. In fact, while we talk, I'm going to take some notes, And when we talk about the room you'd put the recliner into, I'll make a little rough sketch of the room so you can see how a new recliner might fit. How does that sound to you? Customer, that would be great. Or if the shopper came in and said, I'm just looking, your conversation could go something like this. Salesperson, Maria, I know you told me you were just looking today, but I was wondering, could you tell me what items of furniture you might be thinking of purchasing in the future? That way, perhaps I could make the time you spend in our store more valuable by answering some questions you might have. Customer, well, eventually I would like a new sofa and love seat for my living room. Salesperson, that sounds great. Why don't you tell me a little about what sort of sofa and love seat you think you might eventually be interested in? Well, I want something that's real contemporary and modern. Salesperson, we have a terrific selection of contemporary upholstery. Let me ask a few questions about your living room where the sofa and love seat would go. And while I do, I'll make a rough sketch of your room so I can better visualize what might work best. When I'm done, I'll give you a copy of the sketch so you have a record of our ideas. Is that okay? Customer, well, I'm not planning on buying anything right now. Salesperson, I understand, and I'm no artist either. But if we take a few minutes to do a rough sketch of your room, maybe it'll give you a better idea of what you need when you're ready to purchase. Is that all right? Customer, sure. Again, if a shopper turns down your invitation to do a room sketch, she won't be offended at your offer of a genuinely helpful service. Most of the time, though, you will find shoppers in your store are thrilled to work with you to create a simple diagram of their room, and you'll be able to gain all the advantages in your selling efforts that we've already discussed. In conclusion, the old saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words is true. By taking a few moments to sketch a shopper's room, you're guaranteed to turn more shoppers into customers and sell more furniture to each customer. Room sketching really is drawing for dollars.